Well, what's junk to you may be gold to another.
Literally, the proof can be found right on your TV screen by way of the show American Pickers.
Here, the stars unearth gold right outside someone's garage. Check it out.
This is real gold-plated, 24 karat, and it's got the gold moon roof.
This thing is 24 karat gold.
People think this is the Batmobile.
Yeah.
Wow.
This thing hasn't been on the road since '77.
How long have you had this?
6 years, 7 years.
And you've never driven it?
That looks pretty cool. Joining us now is the star of American Pickers, Mike Wolfe. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon, guys.
Oh, it's good afternoon to you. All right, so what I get from watching this is you don't really have to love cars. You don't really even have to love antiques. The storylines of these things, it's just riveting. It just sucks you in, and you can't stop watching the show.
That's right. That's exactly why I pitched the show. I pitched the show for 5 years, and it was all about story. And it was hard to convince people that were interested in buying it that it wasn't really necessarily about the money. It was about these stories and these people and these items. So it's amazing that we've been on for 10 years now, and the show is in 63 countries. It's been a hell of a ride.
Wow. So just going back to that car that we sold, I mean, some of the, that you saw rather, some of the stuff that you're finding in people's homes can be worth a lot of money. Was that worth something?
Well, it was worth something definitely to the guy that threw so much money at it. It was a custom Corvette that he had everything gold plated on and spent a ton of money on. Everything has value. It's the ability to find that person and present it in a way that they want it. You know, some people do that in a retail setting, some people do it online, some people do it in a flea market, but yeah, to sell things now, I think it's gotten a little bit easier because really people are starting to care about holding on to our history a little bit more.
Where do you get the leads for some of the items? Where, you know, Danielle is, and I can't believe how knowledgeable Danielle is. When she was walking underneath that Studebaker, I was like, what on earth? She knows like where the struts are. It's amazing.
Well, Danielle and I have known each other for 25 years, and we get leads from everywhere. People call the network, they call the production company, they call us, they come into my stores. It's difficult to cast the show anymore because we're looking for story. You know, we're not just looking for items. There's a lot of items out there, but we're really looking for some great stories. So it gets harder to cast. I mean, after 10 years, you know, after going into Pennsylvania or Connecticut for 10 years, you know, it gets difficult. So, but the stories are and the people are really the most important thing.
What to you makes such a good picker? Like, what's one of your favorite things to find?
I like anything transportation related. I'm a bicycle guy. I used to own a bicycle shop, and I love turn-of-the-century bicycles. You guys are in an area where a lot of them were made. There were a lot of patents in that industry back then. A lot of patents in the bicycle industry actually flew into, you know, the transportation industry with trains and planes and cars. So that's really my passion. Frank likes oil cans. He likes clocks. Danielle likes vintage clothing. I think that's why we're all so different, but we mesh together. And I think that's one of the reasons why the show's successful.
Really quick, we have about 30 seconds, but tell me about your cameo as yourself on NCIS back in March of 18.
That was really incredible. Mark Harmon was a big fan of the show, and he had them write me into his show. So cool. And I'd never done it. I'd never done anything scripted before, so that was hard. And the biggest mistake I made was I learned my lines, but I didn't learn their lines. So when they said something to me, I was wondering when I was supposed to say what I was supposed to say. So it was great. They were very patient with me, and I had a lot of fun.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Well,
thank you, guys.
New episodes of American Pickers begin on Monday, May 20th at 9 o'clock. You'll find it on the History Channel.
All right. What a great guy. It's a great show, too.